So, little disclaimer, we've had to postpone the release of the documentary a little bit because word got out at the school that I was making a documentary about that some of it might be a little anti-Marist because of the subject matter, and our dean of students found out and he called my parents and threatened that if I would release this anti-Marist video, I would not be able to graduate. I would not be able to walk at graduation. So we're postponing the release a little bit until I graduate. But yeah.
Get ready, guys. It's gonna be fire. Can we do a?
It needs to
can
be.
We do a?
It needs to be there. Oh yeah. What are you doing?
And.
For the body part of your analysis.
Marist School is one of the many prestigious Christian private high schools in Georgia. As it says on Marist's website, the school trusts that out of this considerable experience is drawn the portrait of a well-rounded, sufficient, and capable young person on the verge of adulthood.
Alright, you're being interviewed.
Because I knew you'd go for it.
Shut up, Graham, shut up. How old are y'all?
15.
And are you thinking about college?
Yeah.
Before
this year, yeah.
How long have you been thinking about college?
Okay, I wanted to go to Princeton since I was 6. Started actually thinking about it. Thank you for that. Since 7th grade.
Wow.
I've just been thinking about it for a couple months.
But you're 15.
Yeah.
Do you think you should be making that big of a decision at this age? Yes?
Yeah, it's
Why?
like college is hard to get into, and like if I want to really get into Princeton, then I have to like, you know, do better than other people. I have to look better.
Where do you want to go?
MIT.
There's some stuff. So.
Yeah, but that's crazy. You are part of the problem.
Me?
You're like,
no, she's not part of the problem.
Like
videos about like the kids with some absolutely wild profiles that like cured cancer.
That's her. That is her. You are the problem.
Basically,
You're the reason I can't get into schools.
She's not the problem,
and
bro.
they just don't get into any of them because it's like so
because it's super selective.
Competitive.
Yeah,
I feel like
so we need to like stop putting that pressure on children.
I don't
stop
want to
doing
discourage
things.
people from their dreams.
Don't stop doing things.
It's just
Stop doing things.
I started filming this documentary on January 8th, 2024. My friends had the idea to make a fun documentary about Marist, just as a joke, about how competitive it is. And so I started filming for that in February. But in February, it was announced that male Marist alumni had taken his own life. He's the class of 2023. He's a freshman in college. He went to UGA. He had tons of friends. It was a shock. It messed with the entire school.
It's hard to even think about. Marist is not wildly radical in any of its teaching methods or the environment it builds, but you cannot sit around and deny what is happening. You obviously cannot point a finger at just the school. A problem so serious genuinely has countless factors to why it is a problem in the first place. Most people are aware of how bad men's mental health is. Men are scared to talk and are much, much more prone to suicide worldwide. But surely there is something Marist and all high schools should do, and surely there is something they are doing wrong.
In February of 2024, an alumni from the Marist class of 2022 started a petition that aimed to help save lives. It called for the introduction of a new required class at Marist for seniors, SLAM, or Success in Life After Marist. The class would be taken in the last trimester of a Marist student's senior year. On the verge of their transition into college and the rest of their lives, the course would divulge critical strategies for dealing with anxiety, loneliness, and depression felt by many as they transition from Marist.
Success in Life After Marist. I don't know why it took so fucking long for this to even be in the beginnings of starting a petition for it. Why do we need a petition for it? Why the fuck don't they just do it? That's the part I don't get. It was posted about a month and a week ago. It's got 3,482 signatures already. And it's just vouching for a class that would help a little bit. Because right now, the counselors are shit. People don't even know that you can go to the counselors. Much less guys going to the counselors in the first place. I don't know a single guy in my class who's willingly going to go to a counselor without being called a pussy or a faggot.
I think that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to, like, guys. We don't really want to do it. And I don't think it's, like, solely a Marist problem. I think it's, like, a bigger problem. But I also think that the fact that Marist's workload is so intense and, like, 24/7, like, speak to any junior, you'll find out what the workload here is. It's crazy what they expect us to do, especially as, like, kids. And I just think the fact that, like, there's this culture around Marist where if you miss a sick day because you're sick, you have to make up so much shit. They have to beg us to stay home, which is ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, most kids in most other schools will gladly stay home, but it's just not gonna happen.
Definitely. That was a fucking amazing answer. Now shred some shit.
Okay, let me try again.
This isn't gonna be genuine now.
No, say it. Repeat what you just said.
I didn't know that Marist Counseling offered counseling like sessions other than college. In the bio.
Have you ever been in the Marist counselor?
No. Yes. 2 hours ago.
Do you think it's helpful?
No. Yes, for specific things, but
Do you know a straight guy who goes to the Marist counselor?
no. So, I know a straight guy who goes to therapy. Hey, learn. I've got to go to lunch duty.
Okay. That's the rule. And they're just really stupid. They call you in when you type in, like, band names, like suicidal tendencies. And they're like, are you suicidal? I'm like, no. And they're like, okay.
I guess I did that to me. I tried writing one.
Like, if you don't say, like, if you're just like, I'm sad, I feel like they're like, well, they call you a little bit of stress is good. That's, like, what they all say.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I wouldn't be.
And then they just read off all my stories.
To be fair,
Like, I'm sorry, it's psychological horror.
to be fair,
But, yeah.
12 Marist alums have killed themselves in the past 10 years.
Oh, they all got. That's crazy.
All guys.
I didn't know this number was that big.
That's so like that.
Like,
I knew
that's
that
kind of
was
in
wild.
college.
But
Yeah, that's
it was all guys, right?
yeah. It's kind of wild.
Ridiculous.
I mean, it could be also unrelated. So, yeah.
But it's also they kind of have to do this. They're a school.
Well, they could try better. Try harder.
Do you know a single straight guy who goes to the Marist counselor?
No. No.
Do you go?
Well, I sent. No. Sucks.
Do you know girls who go?
Yes. I sent a guy to the Marist counseling office. Like, there was that program.
Do you think I should?
Maybe not. I think guys need therapy.
Yeah, I think therapy is good. I don't think that the Marist program is good enough.
I think there's tough when
Why
you
not?
are an affiliated program. Like, I think there's automatically, like, if you're being paid by the same institution that people are complaining to you about, it's simply, like, inevitable that you have an ingrained bias. Like, it's like,
they can't provide the same resources as if they were a third party. So it's like, I do think guys need to go further, but I'm not sure if the Marist department is ready.
Yeah, I don't think the Marist. I also don't think they're well equipped enough for it, and especially because we're like a Catholic institution. If you're going to them about being gay, they're probably not going to like be exactly the most open about it. You're probably wanting to get like a third party that's not having to follow certain guidelines.
It is tough though, and I think it's good that Marist provides a counseling service because the fight to find counseling in this world is impossible. Like, even the websites and like all that jazz, like it's like just finding a therapist is impossible. Mine like died. And
is that true?
Yes. So she got in a car accident, and I just got an email notification that was like, "Hey, your therapist died," and I was like, "Oh."
Okay.
But anyway, sorry.
I've heard boys just like if you set up, like if they set up a meeting with a boy. I've heard a lot of boys that just like don't go, even if it's like scheduled to them. I think it's definitely like.
What to say? We'll be back. Go. That is a oh fuck. It's coming open. Just do it, bro. Bro, I'm trying to get a grasp on it. Ow. Fuck. What?
It's okay. Do it.
Just do it.
Tilt your head. There we go.
We good. No, yell. No. Have you ever had a man do that to you?
Had a man rant to me?
About their day?
Yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't say a non-family member. Like a Marist man?
A Marist man.
Yes.
That you're not dating.
Yes.
No.
That's straight.
No. No.
Really?
That I haven't dated?
Yeah.
No.
How bad of a day do you think most guys have to have before they talk to someone about it?
2.
Like negative numbers.
Yeah.
I think it depends. In a straight man?
Straight man, yes.
Yeah, like 1 or 2.
But kind of like to talk to someone about just your entire day, I'd say it's got to be like a 3 or below kind of day. It's got to be bad.
You would say most guys are like that, like pretty horrible.
Most guys like me are like that.
So most guys.
Yeah. Most non-liberal guys.
Yeah. Okay, out of like a scale of 1 to 10 like that, how would you say how bad of a day for girls where they would talk to one of their friends?
Like an 8.
To talk to friends, like to like go out and reach out to friends. God, it'd have to be like a 1. But like if I like see them after something just happened, then it could be like an 8. Like
no, just to rant about it.
Oh, to rant about it?
To talk about it.
Like
9.
Yeah, any day. 8, 9.
Having a shitty day.
Like a scale of 1 to 10,
Yes.
10 being the worst day ever?
No, 10 being the best day ever.
10 being literally like an 8.
Yeah, like 2.
Like I could have talk about it. No. I
10
mean
is
like
a good day.
rants.
10 is a good day.
10 is a good day. I know. I could have a. Oh yeah. I could have like a 9. I could literally be an 8. One thing could go wrong. I could have a minor inconvenience in my day and rant about it to my friends for like.
Well, it depends on the girl, because like some girls I know, they'll have like an 8.5 out of 10 kind of day, and they're like, oh, today was so horrible. I like didn't get my specific, like, I forgot to fill up my water bottle, so I had to drink school water all day. I'm like, what are you talking to me about that for?
For guys, what would you say? Most guys.
Most guys?
For them to reach, like, talk.
Oh, like a 1.
Yeah.
At least for him, it's definitely a 1.
Most guys.
Yeah, then a 1.
Just had to catch the stray, huh?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What was the question? What do you think is there anything Marist can do to like
make guys talk and stuff?
I think they're taking a step in the right direction, honestly. Coach Rogers just created a men's mental health group, which I think is something that's really important to have, and a lot of people are going to it, but what's really sort of disturbing is how long it took for that to happen. Coach Rogers was pushing for that for months and months, but the administration kept on shutting him down, and it took someone killing himself for them to finally say, oh, okay, you can start your men's mental health group. And they kept on, for months and months, for so long, they kept on saying, no, that's not okay to have, no, that's not okay to have.
Why do you think they said that?
I'm setting up the camera for myself right now. I wanted to talk about some serious shit. I thought I would go outside, get some nice scenery for it, so it's not miserable. I mean, at a certain point, like, you gotta do something as a school, you know? You gotta do something as a person, I feel like. You know, when I started filming this as a joke about how bad Marist was, and then someone kills themselves, I started to realize how important this actually is. I mean, what happens in a month? What happens in a year when nothing has changed and another person feels like shit? And it's terrifying because I go to the school. It's the same school it was a year ago, and I have to watch like over 150 kids in my class go to college next year. And I have to worry that something similar might happen to one of them. And I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I'm going to be in Colorado, halfway across the country. And I can't be there for my closest friends or anyone. I can't help them. And so I was like, fuck, I need to do something. I need to do something, because that fact of just sitting there and not doing shit is terrifying me. Maybe a class like Slam would be helpful. You know, maybe it won't be. It probably won't be. I mean, one class at Marist is not going to cure everyone's mental health. But it's better than doing nothing. It's something. Please, give us classes like Slam. Try different things. Do something, because people are dying.
Do you think it's like closely associated with the fact that I think men's mental health and this like terrible like internet culture of like being a sigma are so they don't need to be tied together, but people like associate men trying to find strength in their emotions with this sort of like toxic masculinity culture. I think it's sort of a problem at large. Men have always been a problem and an oppressor in history historically. I mean, we all agree on that, right? And with these movements that are going on, which are all really good for people pushing towards equality, I feel like the fact that men are traditionally the antagonist in all of this story kind of gives men a bad rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm having a hard time saying this because if you say it in a wrong way, it makes you sound misogynist. That's how like fucked up and delicate this subject is, because it's dancing a fine line of being offensive and I don't want to say anything too bad, but being a pussy.
Yeah.
It's walking this terrible line, these shaky foundations.
Over the years, Marist counseling has kind of been a joke. Kids would look up, hey, they'll look up a band on Google and it contains the word suicide. Gotta go to Marist counseling. It's a thing that you have to go to every now and then for checkups. I don't know a single person that actually went there or who goes there to get help. Because why would you? But, you know, in recent years I've tried to be more open and be more positive. And when on a certain art piece I said something a little too edgy, I don't even know. But as this happens before, I got called in for counseling, and this has happened before. A routine checkup. Hey, do you feel depressed, suicidal? All of these things that are relatively basic. So I talk about my experience, and the lady's really nice. She goes, I really want to get to know you. They have candy in the bowl. And they try to make it a different atmosphere than the Marist one, you know? And I respect that. It's a good idea. But then she pulls out a sheet. I mention intrusive thoughts. Nothing intense. I am not at any real risk, or never have been at any real risk of suicide or anything. But she pulls out the sheet and asks me a bunch of questions about whether I'm a suicidal risk or tired of these ideas or depressed. This has happened before, but I'm not concerned. To cut to the chase, because I said and revealed too much, Marist sent an email to my parents saying, we're going to have to expel Asa permanently from Marist unless Asa goes to a therapist within the next 2 weeks and gets a signed document saying, yeah, I can come back to Marist. And I'm sitting there like, I'm sorry?
Actually?
Yes, their policy for someone, if you are deemed at risk, you're out. If you are deemed too depressed, suicidal, any of these things, even self-harm, like anything, that too much, you reveal too much, I mean, just the threat. It didn't happen, thank God. But just the threat that, hey, if you don't get, like, an approval from a therapist, which is not that easy to get. I'm lucky because I had established connections, but you could have been thrown out easily. So, I mean, how exactly I'm sitting there and I feel betrayed. It's like I opened up to you about these things. You said I was low risk. You did not mention any of this to me. I'm only knowing this after the fact. I feel betrayed. I'm like, I thought we had like this nice one-on-one talk, and you go straight to the head of your counselor's office. And the first thing you do when you hear I'm depressed or slightly suicidal, which I'm not, it was an intrusive thought, you threaten to kick me out. Because
it's insane.
This shit, the comments on this thing are devastating, to say the least. As Marist students, a friend and I quite literally prevented our best friend from committing suicide after taking 24 pills. Luckily, he was okay, but this was a life-altering moment for him, and what led to the situation, as we talked about later, was quite literally the Marist environment, and specifically the football environment. Within the 9 months of my senior year, I know of 4 students who attempted suicide, including myself. This all occurred during a 9-month period. These numbers scare me. My heart has absolutely broken watching suicide after suicide. No one should have to fucking say that fucking word. Marist teachers were very accommodative of my conditions. However, Marist didn't have open conversations enough how to seek resources and community or coping mechanisms students can utilize. Marist is an incredibly tough school. While it's something I'm very proud of to be a part of, coping mechanisms should be taught so students learn how to appropriately manage failure and feeling like you're not good enough. Everything is so competitive at Marist. They build an environment where everyone feels superior or inferior to each other.
I think Marist just encourages, honestly, it encourages people to be shittier to each other.
Do you think Marist encourages people to be shittier to each other?
Yes.
To be competitive?
Yes. Yes.
Like with the leather jackets?
Yes,
and
because
like,
everything's a competition.
And also, oh, don't share grades, people. And then everybody shares grades, and it's like...
I wouldn't be as extreme as I am if a Marist wasn't so tight. Because of how strict they are, I want to go even more further extreme. Because I'm so frustrated. When you are held and bottled up for so long, when you do get small amounts of release, the pressure is much higher. I usually have a lot of urges to do more extreme things because I can only really express myself in slim off days when I'm going out with friends or something. When you're being forced to wear certain looks, makeup, hairstyle, clothing, expression, how you talk, what religion you have, what pronouns you have, what sexuality you have, who you are, every day of the week, 5 days a week while you're at Marist. I try to be open about these things, but you know how hard it is? Like, everything you do and say, you have to be careful. Who's nearby? Will I get in trouble for being who I am? Will I get laughed at? And it's this constant pressure. So when you have those slight off times, I try to be as much of myself as possible and really express it.
I think Marist thinks they're trying to be like inclusive, but anytime you go to the counselor and you're just like, hey, I'm really struggling with like depression, I'm really depressed, and they're just like, yeah, I can see that, your grade has dropped like a lot.
They also don't know how to react.
Yeah, they're kind of just like,
They don't know what to say.
I've been told to journal.
Yes, I've been told to journal.
And that COVID is hard for everyone.
Yep.
That was a really good one sophomore year. That one got me.
COVID's hard for everyone.
I think I try to build a community of inclusion.
Or like Marist as a whole.
I feel like there's a lot of people at Marist who do not adhere to that inclusion principle.
Do you think you maintain good emotional health?
No. Oh no. I think everyone at Marist, their emotional stability is dwindling.
Yeah, kind of. I would agree.
What?
The
teachers? No.
Good emotional
Not really.
health.
Like I feel like I feel like they do make an effort, but
try.
there's just so many things that are ingrained in the community that it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of
Just
the
like
amount of
everyone's
stress
just
they
so
go through.
competitive. Everyone
Yeah.
just goes through so much stress. Yeah.
It's kind of shitty because they give out a bunch of like advice where they're just like take a deep breath and like you see the bathrooms and they have all like these like pamphlets about like how to like not be sad, and for the most part those things are like too stupid to even care about, so they really need to take a different approach because it's just like stupid when you're like on the toilet and you're reading something about how to like not be sad. So no, like don't take anything seriously.
Yeah.
Days off and little tiny helps and trinkets and hey, you guys should not take on too much of a burden. Does it help when the overall idea and general solution and like it's about the culture. Marist can say, oh, don't take on too much on your plate. In the same sentence, they say you should challenge yourself. Ask any Marist student. I mean, I'm in dung math. We joke about it, but like let's be real. What's happening there? We're categorizing math now? Oh, are you in smart people math for the smart kids or dumb math? And a lot of that is the people in lower math classes, quote unquote, will say that about themselves. It's self-deprecating because of the internalized shame people feel. The stress people have, the crying, the tears, the normalized burnout, agony over grades. If you don't have 4 APs, what are you doing? These are extremely advanced classes, but everyone takes them, and if you don't, the rigor and stress we have is insane, and a lot of it, like systems often are, it is a cycle that continues by the students. Sometimes we are the ones repressing ourselves, because it's a cultural issue.
Destroy the complacency of anyone who sees it, the New York Times critic wrote. Simple honesty is the most difficult thing in the world.
What's your sleep schedule looking like? How many hours?
Not good.
Not
Well,
good?
like, sometimes I get 4 hours, sometimes I get 6 hours, sometimes I get 2 hours.
It depends.
Mix of variety, yeah.
Answer honestly, how many hours of sleep do you get usually during Marist school week?
3.
3?
3.
That's great, man. How long do you spend doing homework?
Maybe like 2 or 3 hours.
The CDC says that teenagers need to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. But why is this actually important? Well, besides literally falling asleep in the middle of class, lack of sleep is terrible for your mental well-being and causes a lot more stress and anxiety with the students.
Personally, I don't think I get enough sleep at night because I'm up very late.
Y'all can talk.
I'm up very late doing homework.
It's not formal.
I don't sleep. I don't sleep.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
that
bad. Like each night.
Maybe like 6.
6 or 7.
How many hours of homework do you do?
I don't do it all. I like have a lot, but I don't do it all. So.
How many hours?
I do like 1 hour, but it takes me like 3 hours.
Shush! I'll stop doing homework at 10 o'clock, put everything away, and go to bed.
At 9.
That's crazy.
So I actually procrastinate on my phone a lot, so I don't really start my homework till like 10 or 10:30.
But
so I'm up pretty late doing homework.
if I am up late, it's because of homework.
If I'm up late, it's because I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, that's
I value my sleep.
Do y'all think you have a reasonable workload as juniors?
I don't do my work.
It depends on the classes that you take.
Do you think-
But for me, yes.
I agree with that.
You think
Because I take AZ classes.
most people your age are getting a reasonable amount of sleep and a reasonable amount of work,
Wait, okay.
a reasonable amount of stress?
Like my ADHD, like
Me
affects
too.
my motivation.
My meds have saved me.
I just have the like perspective that I'm going somewhere. I don't care. I've never been like an academic person, but
maybe
you know what? I'm
cut this
going
out.
somewhere,
That's really profound.
and I put my mental health over my work.
That's
So-
great. That's what you should do. That's what Marist
Yes.
should do. Most don't.
Wait, are you gonna
Yeah.
put this in?
Yeah.
My part? My part too?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's really good.
Thank you.
I think.
Did you think
Wait,
this was, like, not
cut
part
out
of
the
it?
part where I said my pod, because I didn't mean to say that.
She did not mean to say it, Brogan. Please cut it out.
I can't speak. I'm so congested right now.
I think not enough people get sleep.
I think mental health is way more important than actual work.
I just dropped my grilled cheese on the floor. Can I go get a new one?
What about you?
Oh, hi. What am I
Do
answering?
you think you get a reasonable amount of work at Marist?
Like, no. I don't think so. I think it's too much.
Even during swim season?
During swim season, like, a lot, yeah. If you do an activity, like, outside of school, then, like, it's too much.
Yeah.
If you don't,
And you're going to
fine.
bed late.
Like, shut up.
Not good
Love
for your
to hear
mental
it.
health.
Why would Marist students be doing something that is clearly not helping their mental health?
It shows that nearly 30% of teenage girls said they had considered dying by suicide, and 3 out of 5 girls said they felt persistently sad or hopeless. All this comes at a moment when there's growing concern about the impact of social media.
It's just harder to grow up now. If you think about social media, it's just this constant access to information. A lot of it's hurtful. It's body image issues. It's your friends hanging out without you. I heard FOMO a lot in reporting this as an issue that teens really say does impact their mental health.
We're in the middle of a youth mental health crisis in America. This is the defining public health challenge of our time. And I'm very concerned that social media has become an important contributor to the pain and struggles that many of our young people are facing.
Social media addiction is a growing concern for many parents.
This morning, more than 36 states are taking legal action, demanding changes on social media.
When asked about the impact of social media on their body image, 46% of teens 13 to 17 said that social media makes them feel worse.
The phone, social media, has become in the recent years the most horrible thing ever, a breeding ground for hate and bullying.
It's because of that damn phone.
How much do y'all think you use social media every week?
Should I pull up receipts?
Show me your screen time.
Should I show you my screen time? My daily average is 5 hours and 48 minutes.
Good a week. 7 hours a day. Oh wait, we gotta focus.
26 hours a week, a full day.
Wait, Willie, you're next. Your most used app is Safari. You used Safari 18 hours last week.
I was reading AO3.
Go
Can
to-
cut that out.
3 hours a day. Wow, that's the lowest I've seen ever. I
Really?
think. Yes, for a teenager.
What can I say?
Well, this is not good content. Let's see yours, Willie. 7 hours every day. What's your most used app? YouTube?
What are you doing on X over there?
Yeah, what are you doing on
That's where I get my news.
What are you doing on Twitter?
Yeah. This is embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing? Is it really bad?
It's pretty bad. 8 hours and 54 minutes last week.
On what?
16 hours on Snapchat, 14 hours on Instagram, 7 hours on YouTube, 2 hours and 27 minutes on Plants vs. Zombies 2.
How much on
3
Brawl?
hours on Spotify.
How much on Brawl?
6 hours, 55 minutes on Brawl Stars. Let's see yours.
Yeah, let's do it, Graham.
No, let's not.
I already showed mine.
It's for the dog. It's for research.
That's not.
It's for research.
No, you don't.
Kids spend billions of hours on it every single month, and it's become, yeah.
Parents' worst nightmare. It's because of that phone.
It's a parent's worst nightmare. And social media has become the new way to meet people. Hold on, I got a text. If you have a bad Instagram page, every single person you know will know you have a bad Instagram page. When they walk down the hallway, all they will see is that person who has a bad Instagram page.
I still can't look Will Owen in the eye after his Instagram.
Fucking horrible. It's a damn shame. It's an interweb of people. It's how people are first introduced to you in many cases in this modern day. So you gotta look good. You gotta look good, or else you're basically worthless and you will never meet anyone you ever love.
Just like Will Owen.
Just like Will Owen. It's a damn shame.
Okay, buddy.
His Instagram page is horrible. It's embarrassing.
How important do you think having a good Instagram profile is in this day and age?
I think it's very important because right now I am looking for a roommate at UGA, and I will admit to judging people's Instagram profiles based off of like the vibes. You know what I mean? Like the vibes are very important.
You can tell a lot about a person.
You can tell a lot about a person. Are you zooming?
No.
Okay, good. You can tell a lot about a person by their Instagram profile, and I feel like I really try to like make mine look good so that people like my vibes.
I don't think it's that important, but I think especially like as you're going into college, when you start like going on the Instagram accounts, it's kind of like how people view you, judge you. So especially like for new people that you haven't known for forever, when they're like looking at you for the first time, that's what they're seeing. I stalk. So it's kind of like a pressure, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of people stalk.
Oh, I stalk. Oh my god, I love stalking. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a good way to like figure out who people are.
So it's important.
of you.
Yeah. How long do you ever stalk yourself?
Yeah.
You look at your own profile?
I only look at my profile. I don't look at anybody. It's more for like, I feel like it's more for like a self, like you kind of feel like, oh, it makes you feel good about yourself because like you feel like you look good, like, oh dang, that's me.
Or the comments.
Yeah, comments.
But you care about...
It's just like a self like love type of thing. I could care less what anybody thinks I look like. I'm like.
But if it's like a guy's first impression of you, do you care about that?
I could care less what they think about me.
I feel like all the guys I talk to know.
Yeah, they already know guys.
Okay. So, most schools, as you know, have social groups. You know, you got your jocks. This pen doesn't fucking work. Okay. Fuck. Okay, so every school has social groups. We know this, you know. You got your jocks in this circle, you got your popular kids, you got your nerds, what else? You got more popular kids. Anyway, so this is normal schools. You got normal groups, separated, but not a hierarchy. At Marist, we have more of a caste system. More of a pyramid, so to speak. You got Tier 1, Tier 2, and everyone else. That's how our grade is divided. This is common knowledge in our grade. If you went up to anyone and asked them, they would know what this is. And they would know who is here and who is here, and they would know probably that they're here. Because this is the majority of the grade. This is 80% of the grade. And it's divided by one thing. And that's money.
Isabel,
Yeah.
are you in Tier 1 or Tier 2?
Tier 1.
Do you think you could have a better chance of getting into Tier 1 if you have blonde hair?
No, because I don't think blonde hair would suit me.
You don't agree?
Oh my god.
About what?
That the tier systems are a real problem.
That they're a real problem?
Yeah.
I think they're there, but I just think people think that it starts in like one group and it's like one group controlling it, but I think having the mentality of tiers, like thinking that they're real, is like just as much as it being like divisive as it is like the people that are controlling it. Like you can't think about it, you know?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I
don't know. I don't think it's good though.
Which is on March 2nd.
All those people talking. Alright, Evan. What tier are you in? None. You okay with that?
Yeah, perfectly okay with that.
You don't feel excluded from any of the parties or anything?
No. Have my own. They're really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're missing out on anything?
No, not at all.
Do you think there's people that are like in that group that you wish you were friends with that you can't be?
No.
I see no problem with it. I mean, it was tears are bound to happen. People are bound to like group themselves with people they like hanging out with. So I see nothing wrong with it.
When I grew up, I think I was in. I would have been in like the 2. I think.
2?
But I would just get. I'm just guessing. We never did that.
I don't think I've ever actually like seen
Yeah.
But I would guess that I.
It's exclusive. They have exclusive parties and stuff.
What are they, like? What are their perks? What are they?
They have exclusive parties.
Oh, really?
Sit together at lunch, yeah.
The number ones. It's like the Sneetches on the beaches.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video?
No, I
I'll
don't
show
think
you
so.
the Sneetches on the beaches.
Oh. Actually, no.
The Dr. Seuss.
The Dr.
with
Seuss,
the
yeah.
stars on their belly.
It's
And,
exactly like that.
Yeah.
Ronald, remember, when you are out walking, you walk past a sneetch of that type without talking. Keep your snoot in the air and remember to snort. We have no truck whatever with the plain-bellied sort.
Well, here's how I see it. To be popular at Marist, you have to have money, but having money does not necessarily make you popular, if that makes sense.
I mean, everyone at Marist
has money of some
No.
sort. Everyone has money, but not everyone has money. Like,
Do you have a yacht? Like that.
the school costs $23,000 a year to go to. Everyone's got to be at least financially comfortable.
Some people are on scholarship. Let's remember that.
Yeah.
Some people are on scholarship. Here's my thing.
I
It's
agree.
like my family, we are very well. Like I don't want to say very well off, but like we have a 4-bedroom house, whatever. But there are people in our grade who have.
Four bedroom houses.
Yes, like, but there are a lot of people who you would never know.
But they're not
Who you would
popular.
never know. Like, I'll say a name after this is done recording, but like, and then there are people who you know are rich because they show up to out of uniform days in designer clothing and they make sure that they see where they're going on Instagram and they make sure that blah, blah, blah. Not saying that I'm not guilty of this at times.
However, there are also
There's an extent to where it's like, don't complain about a tier system and being like called a tier if you're going to act as though you're better than everyone else.
You are.
I mean, I feel like all the like Instagram and like out of uniform day and like a lot of the more noticeable stuff is
The fact that you have this tea on camera is crazy. Continue.
a lot of the more noticeable stuff is more noticeable. I don't know. Probably in girls, really.
Yeah.
Because guys, first of all,
There's less to show off too.
Don't post on Instagram. On out of uniform days, we all wear the exact same thing.
The guys, it's more how they treat.
It's the guys if they're a shithead or a douchebag.
You can say shithead.
Douche canoe.
You can curse.
If like guys, it's just how they act.
It's also how they treat women.
Oh, I think a lot of it is how they treat women. I think a lot
because it's how their mothers have been treated by their fathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said interracial best friends. Interracial best friends.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, Marist
It actually
matters.
happened.
Yay!
Marist has diversity.
Marist matters.
No more segregation. I'm joking. No what? Got the cameras. Have the cameras.
Whoa. Okay, you're being recorded. Would you send your child to Marist if you ever have one?
I feel like education-wise, I would. Mental health-wise, no.
Why not?
Because so much stress that they put on you.
I don't think I would necessarily send my kids to Marist, but I do think I would tell them about my experience at Marist. So no.
What about you?
No. If only if like Marist maintained its like educational quality, but like improved better socially, then I would send my kids. If Marist let go of tradition,
Yeah. What is it? Just a tuition thing?
No, I'm gonna be rich. Tuition's not a problem. Are you serious? Is it a tuition thing? Are you think I'm gonna stay low income?
How much money you have in your bank account?
Grogan's
Don't
rich.
come
Are
from
you
my
serious?
his parents.
You could just tell.
Grogan.
I mean, for you, why is it a no?
Would you send your kid? Hold up.
I said socially, and then he said financially, bro.
Will you send your kids to Marist?
No.
Okay then.
Absolutely.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Tuition issue? Is it
No.
because there's
Is it a race issue?
It's a race issue.
Why would it be an issue? Would you send
It's hard
your
to
kid
say.
there?
I don't know because I don't really like children. I don't know if I'll ever have a
Okay,
child.
in this world where you have had a child?
This world where I've had a child, I just lost it.
You've been forced upon a child.
Your brother has a kid and then he dies.
A kid, no, a kid, like, you find a kid on your doorstep.
I find a kid on my doorstep, do I send them to Marist? I mean, if financially I'm sound enough, then probably just for the amount of opportunities it allows for, but that doesn't, like, excuse the problems, like, within the mental health in this general society here, like.
For you?
What? How's your experience at Marist been?
Pretty much.
No,
would you send your child there?
This is Cheetos Flaming Hot Country if it's not there in the future.
Y'all don't know anything about this.
As a third generation, my grandpa graduated from here in '59. At the old, 59. And then my dad and my uncles went here, and then me and my brothers went here. And I'm just hoping that my older brother sends his kids here, so that I don't have to take it for the team.
Your great uncle. He was at the 60th reunion thing. He was a chatterbox.
Hey!
I would, because if I just like didn't like my kid, or like maybe they needed to like have some structure, because like Marist, it's a good school academically, but it's not fun. It's just not fun here. So like if I want them to have like a really serious, you know, like time, then I would send them here for sure.
I agree that education-wise it's a great school academically, but I think that the society here and just some of the energy is not what I want for that.
Maybe. I think Marist can mess you up in like cool, fun ways. That like all the pressure makes you weird. And I think that can, like, it's like hell for a few years, and then it makes you have this strange experience for a while that kind of makes other stuff not as bad. Like, I went through like a really hard high school, and I had like a shit ton.
Where are you going?
Oh my gosh! He's going to see his girlfriend.
Just dropped the bar and
He's
left.
going to see his girlfriend.
Probably. Would you send your kid to Marist?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel like they'd become depressed and they could be happier somewhere else.
Of course, Marist may not be entirely a problem, obviously. No one's gonna say that shit. No one's saying Marist is a complete problem, but it is clearly, evidently, objectively, a large factor in this trend of depression and suicide. Not enough is done. Well-being days or bringing puppies to school makes the slightest dent in the mountain that is Marist.
Mental health day is one of the stupidest things that Marist has ever implemented because they don't work. That's not, you cannot take a day off of Marist. Let's be real. Like, these mental health days, you can't, it just adds more stress. Because you have missed a full day of super rigorous classwork that you now need to make up. Way to pile on the stress. You can ask for extensions, but that's a whole nother layer of stress.
Usually not getting them.
Hey, you're not usually not even getting them. When you do, it's an extra day. When now you're, I mean, makeup work, it just creates this pile on you. It just causes way more stress.
Bringing someone to talk about suicide and depression does not stop suicide and depression.
To one of few, and not seeing many that look like me, adults included. I was fortunate to have involved parents and meet some incredible coaches, faculty, and classmates who saw leadership qualities in me that a quiet kid didn't see himself at the time.
I sat through the senior assembly we had about mental health. A licensed therapist got up and told everyone, if you're thinking all your friends hate you, you hate yourself, you think your life is falling apart, and you want to kill yourself, just go to sleep. Marist students can't even do that shit. The same assembly that had the therapist blaming women for men's psychological issues because of sexual themes. The same assembly that tells us to just breathe when we had nothing else left in the tank. The same assembly that started with one of the priests making a speech. Within that speech, and I still think about it almost every day, the priest elected as saying, God is not a sugar daddy. You will not be rewarded with the kingdom of heaven if you commit suicide. To a group of students that historically had problems with mental health. Students in high school need to be taught mental wellness skills proactively. They need to know that these conversations are safe to have. They need to know that being vulnerable is displaying strength and not weakness. This was not the environment that I experienced at Marist, and there are many variables that contribute to this. There's no emphasis to the attention of mental health. Situations were largely ignored or swept under the rug. Students who were actively struggling were not attended to. I graduated almost a decade ago, so I hope that with the changing of times and more openness to mental health, Marist has been able to provide some supports. However, if these continued tragedies, particularly amongst young men, display that the school and community have had a long way to go.
It's hard to even put all the pieces together because this just happened. This event that I'm interviewing about and researching is so recent. If you're watching this, you're probably wondering a lot of questions and different sides of the story, but I can't give that to you because it just happened. I'm not gonna go interview the kid's mom and dad and ask them, why do you think he killed himself? I'm not gonna go to the school administration and say, hey, do you think you're the reason why this boy fucking killed himself? That's horrible. I know there's lots I can't express through this documentary. I'm just trying to do something. I'm trying to do something more than nothing, because I can't keep sitting around and watching men's mental health get brushed over and over again and just do fuck nothing. I mean, I would be so happy. I mean, I don't care if 1,000 people watch this and think it's stupid and contrived and corny and bullshit, but I'm 18, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? So I'm making this, and I just hope that at least one parent who has a kid sees this and is like, I'm gonna go check on my son or my daughter. I just want one parent to go up to their child's room and be like, hey, are you okay? And they're gonna be like, yeah, Mom, I'm fine. Why are you in my room? You know, this is so weird. You never ask that out of the blue. Like, is something wrong? I just want them to be like, no, really, like, are you okay? Really, are you okay? And be there for them. And do everything they can to help them. And it's not just parents. I want one fucking kid to be like, fuck. And I want one kid to text their friend and be like, hey, are you okay? But then again, if something happens, if you do that and something still happens, it's okay. Like, I just want, like, one person to try harder, to check on their friends, to check on their kids, to reach out for help. I just want to affect one person.
You ready? Are you excited to move on from yours?
More than excited. About ready to get out of here. I was ready to get out of here 2 months ago, all right? It's been lasting a little too long, but yeah, I'm ready.
I think it's how most people feel.
No.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. I think I could be.
What does that mean?
Yes, I do.
I think you're definitely ready.
Thank you.
You're gonna do great. Think you're ready? Are you excited?
Yeah, I've been wanting to get out of this place since like
out of Marist? You want to get out of Marist?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it sucks.
Marist?
Yeah, I don't like high school.
Do you think you're ready for the future? Do you think you're ready to move on with your life?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
That's great.
Thank you.
How's Vero?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited!
Are you ready to leave Marist?
I think so.
Have you been videoed yet?
I think you are, for sure, yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question. What are you most excited for college?
For college? getting out of this bubble of an environment, being able to meet a ton of new people, being able to ski every fucking weekend in Colorado.
Wait, are you a big skier?
I'm so excited to visit
you. I'm gonna
visit.
I'm gonna visit. Can I visit? Can you teach me how to ski? Oh my god, I'll be on the bunny slope.
I fell off a cliff. Ready to move on from Marist?
I'm so ready to move on from Marist.
Excited? You scared?
No, not really.
It's amazing.
Let's go.
Excited?
I'm very excited.
Think you're ready to move on from Marist?
Oh, I was born ready.
Are you excited to move on from Marist?
Kind of, but it's kind of sad.
Why?
Because I'm leaving like all my friends.
I'm not sad.
The school. Are you gonna miss the school?
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss the people at the school, but not the school itself.
Great. Love to hear it. What about you, Hayden?
Oh God, no. But I'm excited to see what comes.
Okay, you're gonna do amazing in college. I know you. You're gonna do amazing.
Thank you.
Excited?
Yeah.
I guess we'll do it like this.
Go Eagles! Go Dogs, yes.
Are you ready to leave Marist?
We're retaking.
Oh my God, yes, please, please.
God,
I am on my hands.
No, you were. Are you ready to leave Marist?
I think I'm gonna get a speeding ticket after graduation because I'm leaving this place so fast and never coming back.
That's what I'd love to hear. So you're ready? You're ready
I'm
to move
so
on to this
ready.
new chapter in
I'm
life?
so
You're
ready.
excited?
So excited.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Finance bro.
I'm a finance bro.
Me?
I'm gonna make.
Kate Miller, we're in the same class.
Are you ready to leave Marist?
Yes. Oh my God. Fuck. I have no one from Marist going to my school, so
Hey, me either.
let's go.
Woo! Excited?
Oh yeah.
Think you're ready to move on from Marist?
I think so. Yeah, it's time. It's time.
Alright, sweet. That's excited.
Yeah.
Are you excited to leave Marist?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so done.
You think you're ready?
I'm very ready. I have 4 more days of class left, and I'm out of here.
And I hate getting this vulnerable to who knows how many people out there are going to be watching this, and I'm giving insight to my personal life. I kind of, like, I know what it's like. And I've had friends who have really been close to suicide. I've had to look friends in the eyes, some of my closest friends, and really tell them why it's not a bad idea to keep living. I mean, I don't think there's a single person on this earth, in this country, who hasn't at one point in their life felt shitty and felt horrible and felt like they really don't want to be alive anymore. Every single person you know has probably felt that way before. And that is the most terrifying thought in the world to me, because what can you do? And everyone who's close to someone who has killed themselves probably blames themselves in some way, and probably is thinking, oh, why didn't I do more? Why didn't I help them? Why didn't I talk to them more? If I just said this one thing. I mean, everyone's going to feel like that. It's just natural. And if you're watching this, it's terrifying because it might happen to you in the future. I mean, one guy kills himself every single minute of your life. It's impossible to feel responsible for helping everyone. So I think the only thing you can do at this point is you have to make sure it's not you. You can help other people. You can do everything you can to support everyone around you who's struggling. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure it's not you. What's up? It's Grogan here at school to tell you that life is good. You know, we're up.
How's your day going?
Day's going great. We're graduating. I don't have mine. It's dead. We're graduating. Everyone's wearing their college shirts today, so we're gonna go around. Holy shit. We're gonna go around and ask people how they're feeling about college, if they're excited or not.
Wait, are you excited?
That's the plan for today. I'm very here. I think Colorado's going to be amazing. It's going to be really fun. I have no worries, honestly. I'm prepared. So we're going to go out into the world. We're going to ask seniors about it. Let's do it.
Where are you going to college?
Drexel University.
Where are you going to college? Duke?
I'm going to Rhodes College.
Where's that?
That's this?
Where are you going? Where are you going to school?
University of South Carolina.
You
Go
excited?
Hawks. I'm going to Georgia Tech. Auburn.
What about you?
Georgia College.
Are you going to Auburn? Going to MIT? I'm going to UGA. Go Dogs.
Where are you going to college? Auburn. You excited?
Oh yeah.
Okay, what college are you going to?
Yale.
What about you?
Chapman.
Boston College.
Wofford.
UGA.
Auburn. I'm going to Colby College.
I'm going to UGA. I'm going to Cornell. I'm going to Auburn University.
What's your name? What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in communication sciences.
Are you excited?
My name is Mary Hall. I'm very excited. I was Grogan's Marist High project manager. Marquette.
What are you majoring in?
Economics.
Economics? Are you
I'm
excited?
gonna kill it. She's like
Notre Dame.
Georgia Tech.
Case Western.
I'm going to MSU. Go Noles. I'm going to Auburn University. War Eagle.
Where are you going to college?
Auburn University. War Eagle. My name is Abby. I'm going to Auburn University. War Am.
Where are you going?
I'm going to University of Kentucky.
Where are you going to college?
Auburn. War Am.
Y'all think you're ready? Are you excited? Are you hyped?
War Eagle. Hey.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Where are you going to college?
I'm going to Georgia. Go Dogs.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Are you excited for college? Where are you
Yes,
going?
I'm going to UTA. Go Dogs.
Are you excited for college? Where are you going?
I'm so excited for college. My name is Jane Brooklyn. I'm going to TCU.
What about you?
My name is Riley Walker and I'm going to Miami University.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
What about you?
I'm going to UGA. I'm very excited.
Okay,
Go
now
Horn
celebrate.
Frog! Georgia Tech, go Jackets!
Are you excited?
Yes, she means bus. Get out, no more Marist.
Are y'all excited to be done with Marist?
Yes! No, I love Marist.
More than ready.
Why are you?
Because I really I love our people. Yeah, I love our people. I'm being so far away from all my friends. I know.
But do you think you're ready to move this new chapter in your life?
I don't know if I'm ready. We're gonna have to see. I'm a little scared. I've
You're
had like the
definitely
same
ready.
normal life.
I'm 19. This girl's too old. I've been old. Why are you?
But
You're so old.
yeah, I'm about to be 19 in a couple months.
Me too.
What were you to ask? Can I see how I look?
Please go back to class.
Hi,
my name is Kay Miller. I'm going to Auburn University. I'm 19 years old. War Am Eagle.
Go Horn Frogs. Woo! Hell yeah.
Go Dogs. Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Go Dogs. Oh,
What if he's written mine on my everything?
Hey, go crazy.
Yay!
Look at each other.
Can we please
Do it more. Do it more.
No, this has been one of the worst performances of
Written, like, hug each other.
Will the graduates please stand? Class co-presidents, please step forward. I ask you to lead your class in the turning of the tassel from the right to the left side, making official the graduation of the class of 2024. Let us join in congratulating them. Thank you all so much for marking this occasion with us. To congratulate this group